content creators mass quitting Honkai Star Rail. There's Gotcha Smack. Oh no. Is this a thing? Just do a search for Honkai Star Rail content creators quitting and you will see all of them. I uninstalled. About the Honkai Star Rail 3.2 live stream. Did he make this tweet? Oh, he commented on the on Wuba 2.2. I bet that pissed off some of his Hoyo fans. About the Honkai Star Rail 3.2 oh, so he did legit say he uninstalled. Buy and never come back? Wait, I gotta take a look at a few of these comments. What the hell? What is that? Cool. You want a medal? He's so mad. Stop making videos about the game? What? Dude, he's a content creator. It's his job to make videos about it. The good and the bad. What kind of absolutely asinine mentality is that, chap? My Wuthering Wave 6-hour live stream. Yeah, man, I really need Hoyo. Oh, this must have been a comment about his channel dying without Honkai Star Rail. 60,000 views, 6-hour long stream. Hell yeah. Dude, Smack, my man, you go for it. You wait, I saw. Okay, stop making videos about the game. Oh, that's not happening. I'm farming every update. You're gonna be working full-time on the hate watching. Oh yeah, baby, there we go. That's juicy. That's how, yep. If people are gonna hate on you, you farm them. That's what you do. That's how we do it in content creation. Exactly. They're gonna watch you. They're gonna watch all of you. They're gonna talk about you. They're gonna discuss you. And then as they discuss you, they're gonna continue to make you relevant in their community. Can we see? Okay. Honkai Star Rail 3.2 is a disaster. Honkai Star Rail 3.2 anniversary is a tragedy. Global passives are bad for the game. Let's talk about the 3.2 Honkai Rail Star Rail live stream. Okay. Okay, Star Rail is dying. The Castrise situation is not going away. Oh my god. So these are, I think, yeah, these are, like, a lot of these are actually genuine Hoyo content creators. Okay, you know what? I'm not actually in the loop with what's going on. So what I want to do here is take a look at this and kind of get a, I don't know, see if I can't get a bit of an understanding as to what's going on.
Stop! Don't click off the video! Sorry, I had to do that because 30% of you click off the video immediately. That's just YouTube statistics, baby. Anyways, welcome back, everybody, to another video. Today, we are back for the 3.2 anniversary. The anniversary everybody's been waiting for. And today, we got to talk.
Yeah, people were actually on the edge of their seats for this one.
About it. There's some good, some bad. I've already taken a look at everything that this anniversary has to offer, and I've kind of had a minute to dissect it and decide.
I will point out here, I actually really like Sparkle as a character. She has a really good character design. Sunglasses indoors, yeah.
But before we get into my opinion on the anniversary.
You start watching gotcha drama content creators? Yeah, no, I understand. Same here, for the most part. But at the same time, I do want to know what's going on right now and why so many people are quitting.
Rewards. Let's just talk about what they are, what we're getting, and what we can expect in this next update. So let's just get right into it. First off, stream started with a new trailer. New update looks really hype. 3.2 looks like it's gonna have a fun story, a story which I will not play. I am good, especially everything happening with the ENVAs right now, not to mention the overall length of the stories. I've just been generally uninterested in them as of right now.
I feel like that's a common sentiment though, right, Chad? A lot of people are upset with general Hoyo stories outside of Zenless, and the voice actor situation sucks.
But if you're a story
HP inflation getting unfair,
I'm sure you will have a lot of fun with the new 3.2 update. Also, that dragon looks absolutely insane. Then, of course, we got our anniversary codes. Who doesn't love those? Hours of Yap again. What's changing? I'll be honest, they did do better with the Yap this time. I felt like there was less of it. But anyways, they show off a bit of the new map. I'm gonna be honest, I love the Amphorius map.
That looks really cool.
Gorgeous, very pretty.
They called it Stixia? Dude, chat! I've had such an enormous impact on Hoyo as a studio that they legitimately named an entire area after me. Stixia. That is pretty damn cool. Thank you, Hoyo. I appreciate that. I should sue Hoyo, yeah, for
fan of the puzzles,
trademark infringement.
Then they show off the new boss of the region, who is the dragon, which I think is the one that Castorise has, if I'm not mistaken. It does like little wave attacks.
Well, that looks really cool.
It has an egg. That looks really creepy. Anyways, that's the new boss.
No, for real, yeah, that looks sick.
Into some previews of the two new characters, starting with Rice Ball, who is yeah, that's her right there. Yeah, believe it or not, that.
So Castorise is the one that everyone's upset with.
Is literally
named after you. They did, yeah.
The dragon. That is insane. I won't even cap. That is absolutely wild.
She looks
also,
really good.
Takes the team HP away. Holy crap, are we ever screwed for Remembrance Only. This character is going to be terrible on that account. Regardless, I'm pulling her anyways on that account. But oh my gosh, the team drain HP is so lame. It's going to completely screw that account over. We're gonna see how it works. Regardless of my accounts, this character is still really cool. However, that being said, the devs did ignore us. Woo! What's new?
Hoyo ignored us. Wow, in a shocking turn of events, the sky is blue and happens to exist above us. Oh, yeah, chat. Hoyo did not listen to them. Wow. And this is why I like Kudo.
New in the world. Hey, baby. Devs did ignore the Castries passive still works outside of battle. So, if you don't get this character, your account is worse than mine. Take that. L, baby. I haven't heard really crappy, really predatory. It's bad. I don't think I can exemplify that anymore. It's just another really bad predatory system that Hoyoverse is creating that's going to be normalized in the gacha space. Woohoo! But you know what?
So essentially, buy this character or you're fucked.
We've already been supporting their predatory practices for the past, like, 3 years now. So I'm not going to pretend to be some moral high ground.
But don't worry, chat. Don't worry. Hoyo make big money. Hoyo good.
When I've been rolling for 50-50s, which they made the norm in the gacha communities for the past 3 years. And then next up, Anaxa, or whatever his name is. I'm going to be honest. I'm not excited for this character. He is the Sparkle power creep. However, may not be the Sparkle power creep because we'll get into that later. But he implements weaknesses. You guys saw that, right?
I think I did hear. I've heard a little about that. How he applies like an all weakness debuff, where they're weak against everything. So basically, you know, the weakest of characters can walk up to an enemy and flick them, and the monster explodes. Which really trivializes content, I think.
Implemented every single weakness in the entire damn
game. Yeah, hell yeah,
Steam. That is not an exaggeration. That is what that character does. It's stupid, but it'll be worth pulling for him, I guess. Anyways, that's the end of the stream. I'm not watching any more of that crap. Let's talk about the limited banner characters. First up is Rice Ball with her light cone.
She actually does look really cool, though. Like, in terms of character design, she does look really cool. Even Reddit's hating Honkai Star Rail.
Love her to death, other than her passive. She is a queen, and she will be treated as such. And then, luckily for us, we are returning to the quadruple banners again.
Yeah. Chat, don't worry. Don't worry. This... If one character wasn't enough for you, if 2 characters weren't enough for you, if 3 characters weren't enough for you, then here are 4. 4 banner characters running concurrently. Don't worry. Look at all these incredible characters you can pay for.
Where we're now having Fugue, Acheron, and Zhao Q all in phase 1. And phase 2 is Anaxa and Dr. Ratio, which is fine. Maybe I'll pull for a Zhao Q, probably not. Will I be pulling for Rice Ball, though, is the big question, though. I don't know. Haven't decided. I'll probably make a separate video on that whole matter because it's really weighing on me mentally. Because I'm aware how much scrutiny I'll get if I do roll for the character, but also how it's going to affect my channel
really good,
and
but
my
the devs
account
aren't good.
if I don't roll for the character. So it's kind of like a lose-lose either way situation. Anyways, regardless of all that, we still got some new events, some little fishy events where you throw your fish at the enemy and pounce them. This one honestly looks a little goofy, but I'm here for it. Then
no, that looks fine.
Morning Starlight event, which is a combat event. We all love some combat events. I'm happy to bring these back. These are always my favorite, personally. Then there's some new system optimizations, like an auto salvage function, which will basically make it so no matter what,
Trent, what's up?
Stars will always salvage, and you don't have to do it automatically. And so it basically does it for you automatically, and you don't have to manually go through and salvage them.
I do think it's good when studios introduce quality of life improvements to their games. Otherwise, games will stagnate, right?
So that's super cool. There's also a smart discard feature, which basically you can select what stats you want, choose them on here, and it will immediately choose those relics to be discarded.
That is a very cool feature.
Good system optimization. But
Yeah,
with
for real.
that, it's time to talk about our anniversary rewards. Let's get into it.
Hey, here we go. Anniversary rewards. You know what? At the very least, they can't do any worse than Genshin did, right? They were like, 3 years, here are 3 polls. Y'all remember that? Chat, would you play a gacha game, if for your 3rd year anniversary, you got 3 polls, 3 one singular polls?
The new event is going to be called Star Rail World. And this
Wanna
is where you're
ruin
going to
me?
get
I do.
all the rewards in the new update. It's kind of like a little mini-map board game like we had in the last anniversary update. I'll be honest, it actually does look pretty cool. I at least like the visuals of it.
Yeah, aesthetically, it looks really cool.
I don't know what language that's in. Beyond me. Also from this event, we're going to get a new cute little Year Edition light cone with Pom Pom on it and Albert. Also, we're going to be getting festive gifts, which is
2, 4, 8, 10, 12, 14, 20. 20 polls. Okay, yeah. 20 polls. That's not bad.
a grand total of 20 special Star Wars.
Although I will point out, this is for an anniversary event, the 2nd anniversary event. You want to know how many Nikkei gave us? Several hundred. We got several hundred polls in Nikkei. Several hundred, chat. Several hundred. Let that sink in. We got 20 in Honkai Star Rail,
which is super cool. Also, I love that art in the background of Trailblazer and the Stellar Hunters. I think that's super awesome as well. They also give you an opportunity to choose which character is going to send you your 1600 Stellar Jade reward, which is
it's a 10
awesome.
poll.
Me personally, definitely going to pick, I think I'm between Silverwolf, Kafka, and Firefly, personally. Probably one of those 3.
Yeah, I get
like
Kafka.
the Stellar Hunters. Beside Blade, he's a little too edgy for me. But now,
Where were
let's get
you?
into the real juice of the anniversary rewards. First thing we're going to be getting, free Luocha or Ranmei. Hype as hell. This is awesome.
Sick.
I would absolutely love a Luocha on my account. He's one of the only characters I'm missing. I'm definitely going to pull him, get him on my account 10,000,000%. I'm getting Luocha. So that's awesome. However, I do think generally Ranmei probably is the better option here.
And she's
I'm gonna
hotter.
Go for the homie though. Another super cool thing is that the character warp optimization is happening. Basically, they're going to add 3 more non-boosted 5 stars to the little raid up here, which will be Sele, Blade, and Fushuan. You know, Sele's a thing, Blade's a thing, but Fushuan's a good character. And you can now
I like Scylla, though.
choose to replace these 3 characters from the non-featured 5 stars, which is super cool. They're also
No, that is really cool,
into the
yeah.
store as exchangeable store items. First up is going to be the Ranmei or Luocha, but then also the permanent 5 stars and variable dice will all be exchangeable store items. And the way to exchange them is by getting these things called Golden Companion Spirits. The way to get these is when you obtain a 5-star with a max Eidolon again, you will receive 1 additional Silver Companion Spirit, which then you can use to exchange for a Golden Companion Spirit when you have 2 of them, and then you can trade that Golden Companion Spirit in for a 5-star character. This is really stupid.
That is gonna take forever. Genuinely, that is gonna take so long, man, to acquire. Holy crap.
Because they require you to have 2 E6 characters in order to get it. That's really dumb. Luckily, they'll be giving 1 of these away as a part of the anniversary. But other than that, you're never going to get one of these unless you're a whale, man.
That's exactly what I said. You know how easy it is to buy, and I hate making this comparison here, but for those of you that play Wuthering Waves, you know how easy it is to go into the store and then just buy a character with your Afterglow Coral with like 200 Afterglow Coral that you accumulate while literally just doing general pulls? WoW players have it easy.
Let's just be real. Like, what? The next thing we're getting is going to be the Light Cone Exchange Shop, which if you collect 4 of these little memory shards, you can exchange for multiple different light cones. And they added the Fushuan, Sele, and Blade light cones to this little batch. And they give a little how-to on how to exchange for these memory shards. 1 is by participating in events. 2 is by getting the battle pass. And I believe that's about it. And no, I'd also like to specify this event in order to get these shards, and also the one we talked about earlier, which was gonna give you a Golden Companion Spirit. Well, it's also a whale event. It's collect Oneric shards, so you have to spend money on the game to get these things. Once you give them what's essentially 8,000 Oneric shards.
You know, Hoyo is a small little indie dev after all. They don't really make much money, so they need to try and funnel as much into themselves via as many different methods as possible, right? How else are they gonna feed their families? Pay their employees?
140 Canadian dollars. You can get 1 free limited time light cone And then once you spend, what's that, 1,800 Oneric shards. So that's like, oh, that's like 3 of these packs.
No,
so
not 1,800. That was 18,000, right, chat? I think what I was looking at said 18,000, didn't it? That said 18,000. Yeah, not 1,800.
Oneric shards. So that's like, oh, that's like 3 of these packs. So once
But
you
to
spend
sell
like
skin, yeah.
about maybe
more incentive
around
to spend,
500
yeah.
Canadian dollars, then you can get one of the free characters with the golden variable done.
Look at that. You only have to spend $500 to get a character. One character. Woo! Awesome.
Nice. And if you spend even more than that, you get a personal display set that has a phone wallpaper in it. Jesus Christ, man.
Whoa, look at that, chat. You spend, what, $700 and you get your own personal wallpaper in-game. Oh my god. That is sick. That is definitely worth $700. Yes, it is. Wow.
You know there's going to be some cucks who spend money on this too, hey?
Which, exactly.
Sorry, that's me. I'm being a little too negative. It's for whales. It's meant for whales. But they did do stuff for free to play,
God
so
damn,
I should be happy and not complain about it.
They limit at
However,
$400.
most of
Okay.
these things like the light cone shards, the golden companion spirits are all like just whale things, to be completely honest.
Sure, let's just continue to introduce all these really cool new things that only like the top 1% of spenders are going to be able to afford, rather than introducing features or introducing things into the game that will benefit everyone. Let's just give it to the top 1%. Yep, bravo! Bravo!
Other than the one golden companion spirit we'll be getting in the first update, which is
Hoyoverse.
great. It's great that we're giving away one of them for free. I'm just slightly salty that the only way to get these is by getting E6s or just spending a crap ton of money on the game. It's just, I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not. They're also releasing some new bundles, which again are all whale things. Every single one of them. Spend money, get cool rewards. And of course, with the
Spend
new update,
money,
all
get
these
cool
shops are gonna
rewards.
reset so you can get the bonuses again, like always. So if you want to get double the rewards, hey, congratulations, you're gonna get it. Regardless though, I guess it's a good time to be a whale. But luckily that's not all. We got 2 last huge announcements, which will be pretty game changing. I hope they are. 1, they announced the version 3.8 finality mission, which was a bit of a look into the future type thing. It's hard to say what this really is.
A whale shot,
but
really?
For story people, I think this will be pretty huge. They also announced new Myriad Celestias
it's
coming
cool,
in
Steam.
3.3 and 3.4. There was also another thing they said in this live stream, which was mind-boggling. They said, and this year you'll be able to get another brand new limited 5-star for free. Which I'm gonna be honest, this is the Fate Collab 5-star. it just is. I haven't seen leaks. I just know that it's gonna be the same as Aloy.
I do really want to see what they pull off with the Fate Stay Night collab, chat. Really.
I'm sure they're going to be giving away either Saber or Archer for free. I'm pretty confident about that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I imagine that's what the free 5-star is going to be. Prediction. And then the other huge announcement was probably my favorite thing from this whole live stream. They said, and I quote, in version 3.4, Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jingliu will receive buffs. I'm stoked about that. I'm really hyped.
Okay,
about
cool.
that. Me personally, I would love to see Silverwolf and Kafka get buffs. Don't really care about Jingliu and Blade, but that's big. That is absolutely.
You might drop Star Rail after the Fate collab.
And that's
understandable.
Why I'm going to stick around with this game. I want to see what they're going to do with those characters, along with the Fate collab, of course. Other than that, though, I believe we covered everything in the 3.2 live stream. Let me know your guys' thoughts on it. Do you enjoy it? Not enjoy it? Got some nuanced opinions about it? I'd love to hear it. Make sure
if you don't enjoy it, yeah, that's like every single content creator. I mean, even titled it Honkai Star Rail 3.2 is a disaster. This is the end. Oh man, yeah, okay. So let me tell you my experience with Hoyo's games, okay? I played Genshin Impact for every single beta they had, and I enjoyed it. I played Genshin at launch. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Genshin up until 3.0. That's when I quit. When Honkai Star Rail released their beta tests, Hoyo gave me access. I played them. I enjoyed Honkai Star Rail. I played Honkai Star Rail at launch. I played Honkai Star Rail until the end of 1.0, and then I quit. I stopped playing at 1.0 because I just felt like it was too drawn out. and too full of fluff, and I wasn't enjoying myself anymore, and I just felt like there was way too much to have to sit through, and I was disinterested at that point. Now, I played every beta for Zenless Zone Zero. Zenless was fun. I played Zenless when it launched. Zenless was fun. I played through 1.0 and it was fun, but the TV system really, I don't know, detracted from a lot of the fun for me, so I stopped playing it. And that was it. I'm gonna play Asterweave Haven when that launches. I'm gonna be in the beta tests for it. I'll probably like that too. I'm gonna play all of the upcoming Hoyo games and I'll probably like them as well. I think in the short term, early on, Hoyo does incredible work with their games, but they just fuck them up the longer they're out. That's how I feel. Hey, where do you think you're going? I see what you're doing there. I see you navigating on over, scrolling on over to that X button. Don't you dare. What I need you to do is take a moment and click one of the videos that are about to appear as soon as I'm done talking. And trust me, you're gonna wanna.